Hello, movie friends. Welcome back to our show. Anthony here.
And James here. Welcome to Movie News number 46.
It's a lot.
Wow, we're almost at 50 here. This week, our episodes included a great protagonist hero episode, like movie character showdown between Maximus Decimus Meridius
Slow down.
and Ellen Ripley. That's a tough name to pronounce in the morning.
We also did a review on Moon Knight episode 4, as well as a review of the new Fantastic Beasts, including with the other two films. We did a whole Fantastic Beasts franchise overview episode.
I also did a review of Air Bud, the classic, while impersonating Anthony the entire time.
Very funny.
And Weekly Chat yesterday in Volume 3, of course.
Yeah.
Box office this week was a bit of a putter. We had The Bad Guys, the new animated film, pulled in $25 million, so that shows that family movies still are working, even
Also,
if it's outside of like Pixar.
Great concept for a little family movie. I liked it.
Sonic 2 made another $15 million, so that movie's over $200 million, so good for Sonic. Fantastic Beasts had a big turn down from it made 43 last week and made 13 million this past
big
weekend.
drop, yeah.
So that will probably be the first Harry Potter definitely be the first Harry Potter franchise film to come under 500 million.
It looks like it will barely hit 100. It will hit like 120 domestic, which is like
Pretty low.
ridiculous for the Wizarding World franchises.
And then the biggest disappointments though were The Northman coming in at 12 million opening weekend, that's a bummer.
Yeah,
It made 1.3 on the Thursday previews. This movie needs to make over 100 million, well over 100 million, 150.
Yeah, it's you don't want your movie to come in fourth place if your budget was $90 million. Yeah, if you're an indie movie with a small budget, fourth place, 12 mil is very happy, but this is not a good sign for The Northman. It looks like it's not performing that well in international markets as well, so I'm guessing its entire gross internationally will be under 100 million.
And we saw it and we loved it. We thought it was brilliant. We have an episode coming out on tomorrow, on Monday, of just The Northman. It'll be spoiler free for the first 25 minutes. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can still tune into the episode for the first portion. No spoilers at all, but then we get into spoiler territory, but we highly recommend going to see it this week. Also, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent came out this weekend. $8 million opening weekend projected in, on a $30 million budget. It's not horrible. Probably make its money back. Pretty good movie. I gave it like a 6.5. I thought it was funny. Pedro Pascal and Nick Cage are obviously super funny together. It's very endearing, those moments together. But, the rest of the movie, some of the characters and storylines are just very meh. I can't believe it's over 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's still fun. It's very funny. The crowd I went to see it with, it was a lot of fun. We were having a good time in the audience and everything. But other than that, if you love Nick Cage, you're going to adore it. It's really funny, though.
Nice. So, obviously, and then Everything Everywhere All at Once has reached $26 million for its total box office, which is the fourth most successful A24 film they've made.
So that's its budget.
Yeah.
We'll see if it can make some more to make up for marketing and everything.
Yeah, and also split costs with the theaters. It needs to make 40 mil, but I'm sure it will get great streaming numbers once it goes on streaming platforms. Anyways, let's get to the news. The first big bit of news that I saw was that Doctor Strange 2, which is coming out very soon, it has been banned in Saudi Arabia for having LGBTQ plus characters in it. This is a common thing for any of the Gulf countries because homosexuality is actually still illegal in those countries. Countries
that's
like
crazy.
Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Iraq, and a bunch of those other countries, and also countries around it. Even if homosexuality is not illegal, it's still frowned upon and not encouraged, and things like gay marriage still are probably never going to happen out there for the foreseeable future. So again, I think Disney is making up for its past of sticking to its gun of not editing out that character and just saying, if you don't want to screen it, don't screen it. You can't have it.
Well, I believe it's America Chavez. That character
Yeah.
is an LGBTQ plus character, so I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Which is, dude, it's insane. It's 2022.
Yeah.
Some of these countries.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
It's a lot of countries.
Another big bit of news, controversial stuff going on, the trial between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, which has been happening all week. I'm sure you've been seeing videos on Instagram and TikTok. It's all over the place. And some of the videos are pretty shocking and surprising. And all I've seen is a crazy amount of social media support for Johnny Depp. I haven't seen any social media support, like going through comments for Amber Heard.
None.
And it's pretty wild, some of the audio tapes that have been coming out. And obviously this isn't really, the trial, it's not about proving who was right or wrong, but it's more of, I think it's like a libel case or something like that.
Libel case. It's because the slander and the effect it had on Depp's career and his public life and so he's suing for that.
Yeah, but just watching it, it's like, how can you see Amber Heard, people wanting to go see like Aquaman and Justice League or those future movies?
Warner Brothers is in a really tricky
with her
spot.
in them. Like you can tell the social media comment sections
They
and
don't
just the
like her.
support.
Yeah.
You can tell they're just not for Amber Heard. So it's gonna be Warner Brothers is in a tough position
with Amber Heard and with Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
because they both have gigantic movies coming out this summer. I mean, this year. This year.
Well, Aquaman got pushed, I think,
to early next year.
Early next year,
I think
or
so.
is it the Because
Something.
Shazam's the only DC movie coming out now this year, I think.
Okay, gotcha.
One of the main ones.
But two huge tentpole movies for the studio, so they're in a tricky, dicey situation
because you can assume that Amber's both in Aquaman 2 and also in The Flash.
You could see her being in it for sure, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But you're right. It doesn't seem like she's getting any support whatsoever from the public, which is not a good sign for an actress.
I can see people boycotting those movies because of what's going on with this trial.
People boycotted Fantastic Beasts
for sure.
We on our videos and our content we made for Fantastic Beasts, I saw lots of comments of people saying I'm never seeing this movie and I'm boycotting this movie. Mm-hmm. So it's already affecting Warner Brothers.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff.
A very cool bit of news to change the tone and switch gears here. Warner Brothers also released behind-the-scenes video of Colin Farrell's amazing transformation into the Penguin. You can see this great time-lapse video of him in the makeup chair getting into character. What's funny is they shaved the top of his head.
Yeah.
They didn't have him wear a wig, which generally happens. They'll wear a cap and then put the hair on the sides. But the hair on his sides in the movie is his real hair, which I didn't think would be the case. And then they just shaved his head, then put the makeup around that, and you can see they have this video of he finishes his makeup for the first time, and then he FaceTimed the director in character as Penguin, and it was amazing. It was so cool to see. So if it's on the internet, so go ahead and watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wonder how long he was shooting for, because he would have had that ridiculous haircut for as long as he was shooting scenes. Because he did a decent amount of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, Oz isn't a main character.
Wearing a hat everywhere he went.
Yeah, for sure, because it's Colin Farrell, who's known for having some of the best hair in Hollywood.
Yeah. He's got great hair.
He's got this this middle-aged balding hair now that he has to show
Nothing
off.
wrong with that.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's Colin Farrell.
Like
Colin Farrell
can't be a sex symbol.
Takes his hat off going to Panera Bread. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Colin Farrell!" What happened? All right, what else do we have?
Will Smith is still in trouble with his last couple of months. Bright 2 has officially been abandoned at Netflix, and also he had a new National Geographic show that has been marketed for the last couple of months of him exploring the Earth, hosting the show, interacting with cultures and places. And this was gonna be a big thing for National Geographic. They delayed the production of it, so they're saying they are going to pick up production back in the fall.
I wonder if they'll pick someone else to do it.
Maybe, but maybe they're just waiting for things to settle down before they release it, because it was gonna come out soon, but then they just shut down.
Have they filmed it?
They film a lot of it. There's a trailer out.
They're probably gonna. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
They're not gonna pick anyone else.
They've been filming it over time. Yeah,
they can't not release it. Then it seems like,
because I think I'm sure as an actor, he's got a schedule where they can't have him for 3 months to travel the world. So
plus they've probably wasted a ton of money on it.
Yeah, so they probably sprinkled with his free time, doing this here, this there, this there. So I'm sure they still have more stuff to film.
Wow, this next bit of news is amazing. This is what we've talked about, maybe someone hoping to make a film about this. So Animal Farm, the classic George Orwell novel, is being made into an animated feature by Andy Serkis. Mm-hmm. That's incredible.
Yeah, we were actually talking about it was on our last Discord call with our patrons. Everyone's like, oh man, that would be so cool if someone made an animated Animal Farm adaptation, because it's one of the best novels ever written.
That's so crazy. We've talked about it just in general, if we ever got the chance to make
that's what
movies,
I would do if I could make
an animated
film.
movie, it'd be Animal Farm. That's so amazing.
Yeah,
because this is my first time hearing of this.
It's still a very timely story, and if you haven't read Animal Farm, go ahead and check it out. It's only 45 pages, so it's not that long, and so it's an easy read. Very entertaining, but also so deep.
Shocking.
It's shocking and still relevant to this day. It's very scary when you read that novel and you're like, I could see the parallels to this happening right now. Next up, Aziz Ansari's film Being Immortal, which is in production, has been suspended due to some kind of complaint against Bill Murray. We don't know what the complaint was, but the production shut down and it's being investigated. So they're investigating Bill Murray, what happened. We don't even know the details at all, but we just know that the production was shut down. So that's not a good sign for a movie that just started production.
Yeah, it just started. Next up, Dungeons and Dragons title has been revealed. It's going to be called Honor Among Thieves.
Honor Among Thieves.
So we'll wait to see what it's like. And this is Chris Pine's leading it, right?
Yeah, Chris Pine's leading this film.
And Chris Pine's leading this film, right?
I believe it's Chris Pine. Chris Pine.
Pine.
You always mix him up with Chris Prive.
Yeah. Pine soil heaven.
There's a new movie that has just released images with Chris Hemsworth, Miles Teller, and Journey Smollett, directed by Joseph Kosinski. It's called Spiderhead. It's going to be coming out on Netflix this year in June. So keep an eye out for it very soon. We love Kosinski, awesome director. He did Tron, and he's doing the new Top Gun.
Oblivion.
But this film, Chris Hemsworth plays the most attractive scientist in history.
Is it a comedy?
No, it's a drama. He's experimenting on changing behavior with chemicals.
So that was just your description of him.
But the photo, he plays like a scientist, and Miles Teller plays a prisoner, and the scientist is testing the ability to change emotions and behavior on inmates. So it feels a lot like hearkening to Clockwork Orange. And so Miles Teller plays the prisoner who's being tested on. Chris Hemsworth is the scientist, but the photo is them driving a speedboat on like the Amalfi Coast, and Hemsworth's wearing sunglasses. He's got perfect hair. It's like, that's a scientist? Come on.
There's some attractive scientists out there, for sure. Does it have anything to do with spiders, or that you think they picked that title just because of Spider-Man?
I think just
the IPC, the algorithm.
Maybe it has something to do with what the compound does to your brain.
Anyways, moving on to next bit of news. The Equalizer 3 is going to come out next summer. Denzel Washington is returning as Robert McCall. We cannot wait. We love the Equalizer series with Denzel. They take place in Massachusetts. Boston Kid. The last two, they're so fun. They're just classic revenge action thrillers.
Shooting,
so fun. Denzel just looks great shooting guns in movies. I can't wait.
And Pedro Pascal was the villain last time.
Yeah.
It was great. Next up, Buzz Lightyear released both a new trailer, which looks like a lot of fun, as well as images and posters. And it shows that he's going to be traveling through a strange and unusual distant planet. This film comes out this June, so they're ramping up the excitement. Disney has a massive year this year. Every month they have a major release, so I'm sure this is going to absolutely crush at the box office. We all know, voiced by Chris Evans. And also, the new poster is eerily similar to Ryan Gosling's movie First Man's poster.
All right, next up we have Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are back to star in a movie together and co-writing a script about Nike's Sonny Vaccaro.
The collaboration with MJ is what really helped propel Nike into just gigantic conglomerate, because everybody bought Jordans, and it was the first time, obviously, a basketball player had their own shoe. And every year they would come out with a new one, and it was always hotly anticipated what the design was.
I wonder who's going to play Sonny Vaccaro. I bet Matt is.
Matt's playing Sonny, and then Ben Affleck's playing the owner
Michael
of
Jordan.
Disney.
I'm just kidding. He's almost tall enough. Ben Affleck as Michael Jordan. Jokes. These are jokes.
Next up, there's a new trailer for a documentary by Alex Winter, Keanu's best bud from Bill and Ted. It's called The YouTube Effect, and it's a documentary he made which examines the radicalization and misinformation that is spread on YouTube, and how the viral nature of the app has changed the culture, as well as how it's now been monetized by major companies. It looks like a very intriguing trailer.
What is this, a Machine Gun Kelly movie?
Yeah, he's in a movie.
Like a fictional narrative?
Yeah, he's acting in a movie, yeah.
It's called Good Morning, but it's morning like as in mourning, like you're in mourning.
Gotta stick with the tone of his music,
Tons of blonde hair and weed in this one, I'm sure.
Next up, M. Night Shyamalan has announced that he's begun production on his 15th film. He's made a bunch of movies, and it's called Knock at the Cabin, which sounds like it's going to be a small-scale movie, which I'm all aboard for. We love M. Night. Even when he misses, his movies are still interesting. And so I'm always excited when he has a new movie coming out. I'm looking forward to seeing what this one is.
And there's a new trailer teaser for Dashcam, which is a new horror film from director Rob Savage.
Which shows the events play out on the cam of a car.
Car dash cam, the whole I hope it's high quality, because some of those can be really
pixelated.
No,
it looks like pretty pixely. Yeah.
Is it? The whole thing's like that?
The whole thing's on the dash cam.
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Well, there's been like 2 horror movies made from just the screens of computers.
That's true.
With what's his name from Star Trek?
But still, they show like the humans.
Yeah. They're human. There are humans involved in the movie.
Show the humans. It's not all machines. Fellow machines.
Next up, Top Gun Maverick revealed a new featurette which shows the behind the scenes of the cast actually going through real flight training and their reactions to being up in the air on these jets. They did it for real. Tom Cruise.
Well, they didn't fly them for
They
real.
didn't fly. They're in the back seat, but they're still going
Super fast.
Mach 5,
Mach.
crazy speed. And Tom Cruise set up like a 3-month training program for all of the actors. And you get to see the real reactions to their flights. And
That must have been such a great
you gotta
experience to be an actor.
Yeah, you gotta watch. Like now, it's like Miles Teller is like, I'm not gonna not be in Top Gun and not do this. I have to do this.
That's amazing. And I went and saw Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent last night, and the trailers were great. And they played the Top Gun trailer, and all the dudes in the theater were just like, "Woo, let's go!"
Yeah, let's go.
The movie's gonna make a ton of money.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, what do we got next?
Next up, Andrew Dominic. He is almost done with his Marilyn Monroe biopic, which stars Ana de Armas, and he's saying that this movie is like if Citizen Kane and Raging Bull had a baby daughter.
Let's start that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
you just picked.
I love Andrew Dominic, but
it's funny, but like all social media, everyone's like, it's gonna be like Citizen Kane and Raging Bull. It's like just because the guy, someone says that.
Yeah.
I mean, those are two masterpieces, two of the greatest films of all time. Not saying that Blonde's not gonna be a great movie, but like, let's tone down the comparisons a little bit.
And Andrew has made a great film, and then he made a film that was like,
So I think he's just trying to display the tone.
Yeah,
but
it's all a talking point.
Yeah, but I would do the same thing if I was him. You know, you're trying to sell your movie,
Yeah,
and it's
selling
going to be NC-17, so he needs people to go see it at specific theaters.
Yeah.
Unless it's coming out on, is it going to be streaming? I'm not sure.
I believe it's going to be a streamer.
I'm very excited to see it, though, because we love Anna, and I think Marilyn Monroe is such a fascinating story and person to make a movie about.
And he's a very, very good director.
Yeah. All right, we have the first set photo from Craven with Aaron Taylor Johnson starring in this comic book Sony Sony movie.
Sony movie, yeah.
And he's barefoot.
It's during an intense action chase sequence outside in the street, and he's barefoot. So it reminds you of Captain America.
Man, I hope it's better than Morbius because I love Aaron Taylor Johnson.
So.
I really like him a lot.
Yeah, I love him.
I can't wait to see Bullet Train. That's coming out soon.
Yeah. Next up, the director of Pig, Nick Cage's excellent movie that came out last year, is helming a new Sabrina graphic novel movie adaptation. He's Michael Sarnowski. Good for him. We loved Pig. It was a really cool, unique, original indie film from A24. Wish him the best with this feature.
Is that Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
I am not sure. I think so.
Must be. It's the only famous Sabrina fictional character I can think of.
Who's typing real hard right now?
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, it was revealed in the movie Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent on his press tour for the film that he did his own driving stunts in Gone in 60 Seconds, which is pretty cool, except for obviously flying off that ramp in Eleanor.
Yeah, but it's a lot of great driving in that, so that's impressive.
So he does a bunch of great stuff.
Good for him.
It's kind of like Gosling in Drive, doing a lot of the stunts. Not all like the crashing scenes, but a lot of those crazy intense turns and stuff.
Oh, yeah, he did some crazy intense turns.
That wraps movie news number 46. Lots coming. Don't forget the Northman review is coming out tomorrow.
Spoiler free.
Full episode, spoiler free opening for about 25 minutes. We'll give you a warning, but we're gonna spoil the film. But you can still listen to us talk a lot about it. We'll talk about like the Norse mythology and the how realistic and accurate it is to history and stuff like that, and just overall what we thought about the film before we get into the spoiler stuff. But stay tuned for other great episodes this week as well.
Coming soon. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. Hit the like button, leave a comment. Find us on all audio streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Raiders of the Lost podcast. Be sure to check out one of these other videos right here for more content on our favorite films and breaking down all kinds of movie content. Thanks so much.